What's cracking, everyone? This is Solomon SK for Whiskey and RPGs. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday. But yeah, hope you guys also have your glasses ready with your beverage of choice. And if you're ready to hang out, let's cover the news together. Cheers to you guys. So the first bit of news I wanted to cover comes from MMORPG.com, and apparently Blue Protocol will be a free-to-play title. So let's read on. Bandai Namco, has made known via a news stream that their upcoming MMORPG Blue Protocol will be free-to-play, though it will still have microtransactions. Via a summary posted by Blue Protocol database, the developers have announced that the upcoming anime RPG will be free-to-play, as well as more information on classes, gameplay, and closed beta applications. Bandai Namco also mentioned via the stream that while the game is free to play, there will also be something along the lines of a season pass and limited items, which are being speculated as cosmetics. Additionally, new information was released about features such as guilds. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I welcome the news, although I'm more somebody who likes buy to play titles like Guild Wars 2, Black Desert Online, but hey, free is still free, and I hope that their microtransactions won't be egregious as say something like the along the lines of Bless Online, which was pretty bad, and people say Black Desert Online is pretty bad too, which I won't argue against, but yeah, I hope they do really well with this monetization, and I'll keep you guys posted as more information comes up. The next bit of news I wanted to cover comes from Gematsu.com, and this is about Animal Crossing. Me personally, I'm not a huge fan, but I would argue that the cult following for this game is almost as big as Pokemon. Not as quite, but still pretty huge a fan base. But New Horizons details island life, home ownership, neighbors, land development, exploration, crafting, and more. Man, that's a mouthful. But Nintendo shared various new information on Animal Crossing New Horizons during a dedicated Nintendo Direct broadcast today, which introduces viewers to a life island. Or no, island life, sorry. The basic of home ownership, neighbors, land development, exploration, crafting, and more. So man, they posted a lot of information, and certainly this fits well within the realm of RPG, that's for sure. DIY, collecting specific materials around the island. You can craft a wide variety of things, including tools and furniture. DIY workshops teaches you how to enrich your life by crafting DIY recipes. Nook Incorporated will provide some basic necessities and services, including your very own Nook phone. It has standard apps like camera, map, but over time, new applications will be added to support your island needs. Nook Miles for players looking for more concrete goals and to offer help, guidance, and inspiration on the island. You can take advantage of the Nook Mileage program. Island tours, play party, man, the list just goes on and on and on and on and on and on. Too much, a little too much for what this video can cover. But yeah, to those of you who are big Animal Crossing fans, it looks like you guys are getting a fantastic game from Nintendo pretty soon. So be on the lookout for that as well. And just really quick, going back to MMORPG.com, Population Zero coming out to PC in May. Population Zero, an upcoming survival MMO from Nplex Games, have announced that they are bringing their new game to the PC coming May, hitting digital shelves May 5th. Nplex also announces that the studio has shifted to a buy-to-play model with this release. Oh, okay, so it was originally a free-to-play game, but they decided to change it to buy-to-play with a price tag of $29.99. And it will receive a 10% discount during the EA period. I'm not sure what the EA period is, but I mean, the price isn't too bad. $30 isn't too outrageous. At least it's not the $59.99 price tag that most games have. But they said that the decision to change the monetization model from free to play to one-time purchase has been made with a series of thorough discussions within the team and core community. The shift to buy-to-play will allow the studio to continue the work on the game without fears of pay-to-win, as well as allowing us to release a new game content that really enhances the gameplay. So if this is something that you are interested in, be on the lookout for that as well on May 5th. Funcom is rolling out a new launcher for all its games, including Conan Exiles and Secret World Legends, and this is brought to you by massively op.com. It's no secret that Norwegian game developer Funcom has been upping its profile in the online gaming world, building on its long-running base of MMOs with new games of its own from other publishers. And with the Tencent buyout looming, oh, that I did not know, it's no surprise that the studio is planting its feet firmly in the realm of publishers with a brand new company-wide launcher. See, I didn't even know Tencent was buying them out. But then again, I believe Funcom. Well, actually, I don't know. I don't know too much about Funcom. I haven't played a Funcom game since the original Secret World was launched, and that was like almost 10 years ago, right? So yeah, as I discussed last time, a lot of roguelike games are coming out, and roguelike game Rogue Lords announced for the PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC, and this is again brought to you by Gematsu.com. Publisher Nacon and developer Cyan Studio and Lakeir Studio, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, have announced Rogue Lords, a 17th century New England set roguelike game for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. A release date was not announced. So those of you who don't know, Shadow Arena was supposed to be the Battle Royale game within the Black Desert Online MMO, but they pulled it out to make it its own standalone title, and it looks like it's coming out on Steam pretty soon. So it reads, Pearl Abyss recently announced that Shadow Arena, upcoming fantasy arena fighter from the creators of Black Desert, will be available on Steam for global beta test that will run from February 27th to March 8th. With successful tests in Korea and Russia, the global beta test will reach more players across the globe and offer improved gameplay features and support with 14 languages, including English. And if you actually head on over to MMOculture.com and check out their Shadow Arena article, you can actually sign up for or request a beta key for Shadow Arena. That is, if you either like battle royales or a fan of Black Desert Online. So I've actually heard a lot of good things about the this particular battle royale from many big name Twitch streamers. They seem to enjoy it, and yeah, we got something to look forward to if that's something that you like. So going back to MMORPG.com, Cyberpunk, a dungeon crawler conglomerate 451 leaves early access. So not to be confused with Cyberpunk 2077. Cyberpunk is more of a general term to describe a certain genre, if you didn't know. Conglomerate 451, a self-described cyberpunk dungeon crawler, has left early access. Here are the details. Conglomerate 451 embraces a grid-based dungeon crawling RPG roots, offering a variety of technologies to explore and upgrade roguelike elements. So another roguelike game, or at least roguelike elements, as it says. Add weight to the smallest decisions for your agents to make it out alive. They must leverage everything from hacking and equipable agent skills to the strategic use of tools developed by your personal R&D department. That sounds really interesting. Since early access, developers have added 4 new areas, story mode, 25 new enemies, 10 new NPCs, corporate bosses, redesigned UI, and more roguelite elements such as imperfect character cloning and randomized perks. So I'm guessing that there's permadeath in this game, which is a characteristic for a lot of roguelike games, but I guess you could clone your character to kind of, start progressing through the game and whatnot. So, and again, real quick, on Final Fantasy XI brings the Doll Festival around once more, and this pretty much sums up my feeling. The Doll Festival is back in Final Fantasy XI from February 25th to March 11th. That's it. Post over. I have no idea what the Doll Festival is, but if you still play Final Fantasy XI, you got the Doll Festival to look forward to. And heading on back over to MMORPG.com, Blade and Soul Shroud of the Assassin now available. You can check out the Assassin 3rd class specialization in Blade and Soul today. The Assassin receives the Way of the Phantom specialization, allowing them to wield energy with the new Phantom skill. You'll also check out the Twilight Slash ability. I want to check this out, but the Assassin is a fairly difficult class to play, and I know I said I wanted to go back check things out, and I will, but I'm not sure if I could really do that with the assassin. But we'll see. Just to let you know, the Phantom Reinforcement chest is out, and you could get the free pack, which is available in the Hongmoon store for 0 Hongmoon coin. The Bladen Soulmate 2020 is also still going on. That's their Valentine's event, and that will run until March 25th. Amazon outlined player housing in New World earlier today in a lengthy news post over the official site. This seems pretty interesting. Let's see. Each settlement will have houses available for purchase. Additionally, the same player home location can be purchased by multiple players. You can have up to 5 guests in your own house by grouping up with someone and have them visit your home. Interesting. So when I read that, it kind of reminds me of the housing mechanic in Black Desert Online. You could have, there's housing pretty much all over the map, right? Not just in the large cities. And you could actually buy player housing within the game and have multiple people own that housing, but it'll be instanced for that particular person that bought it. And you could definitely check out other people's homes if they're like on the top 10 list, which is really cool. And yeah, so I guess this is like having housing in a persistent world, but also being instanced for the people who own it or own that particular plot by multiple people. You'll have to raise your standing within a settlement's territory to reach level 20 to qualify for home ownership. To do this, perform daily activities. House size and cost range, as do the locations of each house. You'll be able to personalize your home with various items and decorative furniture at your disposal. Of course, you'll have to pay a property tax for maintenance. You won't get evicted for failure to pay, but mechanics such as house recall and trophy buffs will no longer function for you. And also, buying a house means you could use it as a recall point as well. So yeah, this is very familiar to me, at least. Well, the way it reads, looks like it's going to be very similar to what Black Desert Online does. So I'm looking forward to it. It should be pretty interesting. Hellpoint free sequel chapter to the Thespian Feast now available for the PC. I've actually never heard of this game. It'll be definitely interesting to check out, but publisher Tiny Build and developer Cradle Games have released Hellpoint, the Thespian Feast, a free and standalone sequel chapter to the upcoming action RPG Hellpoint for PC via Steam. The Thespian Feast features a new protagonist and is set many years after Hellpoint. And this article is brought to you by Gematsu.com. I actually did check it out briefly, and it's a very dark, gloomy type of game. So if you're into that kind of aesthetics, this might be something that might be of interest to you. Mount and Blade 2 Bannerlord releases in early access in March. Again, this is another game I'm not very familiar with, but let's check it out. Mount and Blade 2 Bannerlord has an official date for early access, and that date is March 31st. Prices will be $49.99 USD on Steam and the Tell Worlds website. We should expect more about early access details shortly before release. However, their Steam page does not list the following for the early access. So what kind of game is this? So yeah, just looking at their Steam page, it's supposed to be a medieval open world strategy game. So the next news comes from MMORPG.com. Dungeons & Dragons update 45.1 features many tweaks to its classes. It looks like it's a pretty comprehensive update. So update 45.1 for Dungeons & Dragons sees several enhancements for various classes. Specifically, the Alchemist, Barbarian, Druid, and Paladin sees tweaks. And yeah, I'm not going to really read out all the updates because unfortunately I have no idea what any of the stuff means. But if you are a Dungeons & Dragons Online fan, you got something to look forward to. Also, really quick, Chests of Rage and more added to Sea of Thieves. I know there's another popular game that's garnered a lot of attention, especially last year, but the Cruise of Rage update for Sea of Thieves brings in angry chests and more. What are chests of rage? Rare describes it as thusly. These are chests. These chests are bursting with a fiery fury, which will be vented sooner or later. Perhaps there's a way to cool down the chests of rage, or alternatively make it blow its lid. Remember, when you're a pirate, every trap is also a weapon. I have no idea what that means, but if you play Sea of Thieves, I'm pretty sure that means something to you. So yeah, you got some awesome update for coming to you guys as well. Genshin Impact details Xiao. I believe that's how you say it. Xiao. Mio. I think that's how you pronounce it. Mio has updated the official website for Genshin Impact with the description for Luwei Harbor, character Xiao. Previous details. Mold monster. Wow, man. So they're releasing updates, and this was definitely on my radar too, because if I'm not mistaken, this game was rumored to be an MMO, but I think they changed it to be a single player title, which is fine. I think I prefer an MMO myself, especially that considering that this has a cel shaded anime aesthetic to it. But it's still an interesting game regardless to me, and it's something that I will definitely be checking out. So be on the lookout for more information as that comes up. If you play Black Desert Online on the consoles, well, crossplay coming to Black Desert on PS4 and Xbox One. This is really cool. Console players might see a boost in player count in Black Desert, as Pearl Abyss announced today that cross-play support is coming to this console versions on March 4th. This is really cool. Now, I think cross-play is the way to go, and I'm not exactly sure if they will extend this to the PC players as well. I think it'd be pretty awesome, but I guess you could just take what you can get at this point, right? So yeah, I think this will definitely help the game's player base, and look forward to that if that's something that floats your boat. I should have covered this last time. I completely forgot, but just to let you know, the LAN received the Secession skills in Black Desert Online for the PC version, and I don't have a leveled up LAN, so I couldn't really tell you how well she plays in terms of PvP or PvE, but just to let you know, if LAN's something that was a class that you really love to play, maybe it's time to jump back and see how it does with its original pre-awakened skills. Ragnarok Online update opens new area. This is interesting. Man, I haven't played this game forever too. A new update to Ragnarok Online sees new locations, dungeons, skills, and more. The update introduces a city of Lighthausen, that's how you say it, with new quests and NPCs, as well as 2 new dungeons for high-level characters. Kyle Hyre's Robot Factory. Again, I'm butchering that. 2 floors of bio laboratory with new monsters, MVPs, and items. So, yeah, I'll definitely have to check that out too, because it's very old school if you've seen Ragnarok Online before. So really quick, heading on over back to massivelyop.com, Bless Unleashed offers a 2-part preview of its cash shop. And I think they're doing this because they really wanted to let you know and be transparent of what its monetization system is, because the first one was such a huge disaster. But reading ahead on this article, it does seem like they have the traditional cash shop items such as cosmetics, but also extra character slots, XP boosts, and what else? Reputation boosters, stuff like that. So, I mean, honestly, you could probably argue that the boosters themselves is pay to win, but it's just such a huge common practice with a lot of MMOs out there these days, is that, it's just kind of become the status quo for a lot of online games. Now, that just because other games do it doesn't necessarily make it right, but from the looks of things, it doesn't look too egregious, and I kind of also agree with what the writer of this article says. Oh, it's Elliot, by Elliot, with the last name I still can't not pronounce. Yeah, then again, those of you who find the idea of experience boosters egregious anyhow will likely be mad. So yeah, if you don't like experience boosters, if you think that's pay to win, that's fine. But just to let you know, it is in Bless Unleashed. One more Bless news. Bless Mobile is built from the ground up as a different game from the original Bless. See, I didn't even know there was a Bless Mobile. So if you really wanted, more unblessed games, then you got something to look forward to for the mobile title as well. Gothic Tactical RPG Other Side announced for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Publisher Focus Home Interactive and developer Lightbulb Crew have announced Other Side, a Gothic tactical RPG coming to the PS4, Xbox One, and PC via Steam this summer. So it looks, judging from the gallery that you see here, it looks very noir-like, very dark, I guess you could say. Which noir is kind of known for as well, to be very dark, very gloomy. But yeah, if this is something that floats your boat, you got another RPG coming your way. Heading on back over to MMORPG.com, Cyberpunk 2077 coming to GeForce Now on day one. And the reason why I thought this was worth covering was because of the current state. Well, not only because of the current state of Stadia, but the article says that the game will support ray tracing, which is really cool. And if you don't have an RTX, it's a fairly expensive card. You could actually just buy the NVIDIA's streaming service and be able to experience Cyberpunk 2077 in all its splendor and graphical benefits, if you will, without having to fork over hundreds of dollars on an RTX card. And of course, a lot of people have been comparing NVIDIA's streaming service to that of Google Stadia, which has been a complete disaster from what I could read. So yeah, it looks like if you don't have an RTX, you can still get that ray tracing available to you, assuming you have a really good internet connection as well, which both services do require regardless. Now, this is a game that's always been on my to playlist that I never got around, and I kind of regret it. But if you're on the same boat with me, I guess we got a chance this weekend, right? So excuse me. So reading this article, MMORTS Hybrid Kingdom Under Fire 2 adds Grave of Time update. It's free to play this weekend. Kingdom Under Fire 2, the long-delayed entry in the much-loved franchise, rolled out in the West under the Gameforge banner last November, a mashup of MMORPG and RTS. Since launch, it pushed out 2 updates, and now it's on to its third, dubbed Grave of Time, after the game's latest raid. It's an 8-person dungeon aimed at level 30 players who've beaten Scourged Mountain, and the update also includes new mounts, gears, improved reward drops, a balancing pass for the underpowered units, and hero abilities, and a new dimensional test mission too. And of course, happily, the game is that's even better. The game is half off on Steam right now, and the game will be running a free-to-play event starting today and running to February 24th. I might have to take this into consideration and maybe even stream it just to check it out. Plus, if I really like it, well, it's half off. So, and really quick, if you are a fan of Legends of Aria, it says over here on MMORPG.com, Legends of Aria pushing changes to 0.92 experimental server. Yeah. Let's see. The tweaks come to militia keeps, militia abilities, new ranking system, new militia artifacts, militia event changes, talents, ranked arena matches, bizarre league quests, dynamic spawns. This goes on and on. Again, they have a really comprehensive list of all the changes to the update, but I'm not going to go over them because I have no idea what any of these changes are. But yeah, just to let you know, if you're in Legends of Aria, if this is a game you play, you got some updates coming your way. And of course, I have to cover this just because it's such a huge game in the industry, regardless of whether you are an MMO or RPG fan. Fortnite introduces a viral spy factions in top secret second season. So yeah, there's a new season for Fortnite, and it's a very spy themed season. You can either pick 2 factions, the Ghost or the Shadow, and different skins and different items depending on which faction you choose. So yeah, if you're a Fortnite fan, which I know many of you are, maybe not, I don't know, there's a update. I mean, there's a new season for you guys as well too. So, and there you have it, guys. That's today's MMO and RPG news. If you guys stuck around with me, I do appreciate it. The watch time does help with the algorithm, so Really thank you for that. And yeah, again, I hope you guys have a wonderful Friday, and I will see you guys next time. Cheers again.